In September 1996, Transformers released a new TV series titled Beast Wars, or if you're Canadian, Beasties Transformers. Sorry. I've watched a little bit of this show thanks to my friend Mr. Lubat, specifically the part where Transmetal 1 Megatron fuses with G1 Megatron to become a big angry dragon man who wants to kill everyone. I only own 2 Beast Wars figures, as far as I know of anyway, one being Beast Wars Inferno, which I bought at an in-demand anniversary event with Lubat and Kian. Seriously, go watch them. And the other being the star of the show today, Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron, one of the best of 8 Transformers I own today. Anyway, let's get to it. The sculpting in the robot mode is absolutely amazing. I very much love the shape and size of Megatron here. I mean, just look at him. He's one beefy boy. I fucking love his big dragon neck arm, which I like to call his penis arm for some reason. The detail on the arms, legs, body, pretty much everywhere is quite consistent, and there are barely any spots in which I would consider under-detailed. Around the arms and lower legs, you can see some cool looking scales with a nice dark red and purple gradient, which looks fantastic. It works like a charm on this figure. The areas where the scales are not, you can see some metal detailing, and which is standard on most Transformers. You know, part of me thinks they ran out of ideas here. The gold on his claw nipples, spiky toes and penis arm is a very nice touch and works extremely well in contrast with the red and purple. The overall material used for Megatron, however, is a little bit weird in my opinion, as it seems to be almost a rubbery plastic. This is probably because in some areas you need to bend the plastic a little to transform the little guy. I also really like the orange plastic thing in the middle of his chest. It looks cool, or fire if you want to remain on theme. On the back of Megatron, you have a nice view of his big, scrumptious wings. You thought I was going to say something else, did you? These wings are made out of a transparent orangey yellow stencil material, which is very nice on this mold. It gives the wings that certain look I just can't describe. Something I haven't noticed until now is the details on the wings themselves. They carry over some nice scaling and metal prints on the back. It's also nicely followed up by a nice purple to orange gradient on the top of the 2 wings. On the back, you can see Megatron's ponytail, which has some awesome coloring and details. If you lift his ponytail, you can see a slightly hidden secret chest plate, which will come in handy later, trust me. The head sculpt on this mode is absolutely spiffing, however a bit too small in comparison with the show, which is fine in my liking as the rest of the figure is fucking amazing. I very much enjoy the transparent orange visor thing above his face and the details all around his face and head, bearing in mind that visor isn't actually in the show, I just think it looks cool. Posing Megatron here is actually quite fun, however it is limited due to the head being on a swivel. The sculpt finds itself not being able to move that far left nor right due to the top of the wings getting in the way of Megatron's ponytail, which can only move left, right, up and down and can only twist about 90 degrees left or right, which I would consider a con when it comes to trying to pose Megatron, but overall you can get some great posing out of him. Moving on, Megatron's left arm can be in the standard ways you'd expect, along with a nifty double jointed elbow due to the transformation. His dragon arm moves in very similar ways. Posing this arm is quite fun as well, as it's reasonably limited due to the ballpoints or whatever they're called. The wings thing can move back and forward, and the stencil wings themselves can move up and down, making some great poses with the wings being out. The very top of the wings, you know, the spiky parts, can move side to side, and that's pretty much it for the wings. The legs have their own little, what I would call ratchet joints when moving them up and down from the waist. However, my mold has a looser leg in comparison with the other, but it's not that noticeable. The knee can bend pretty nicely past 90 degrees, and the feet have their own left and right movements for better posability, and those lovely shins can move inwards for the transformation. The feet can also move up and down for dragon posing, which I've forgotten what that joint is called. I wish I had the level of posability to be able to transform into a dragon. Speaking of dragons, here's the alt mode. What the fuck is wrong with me? This thing is so satisfying to transform for me. I love how he goes from this to this. As you can see, those golden claw nipples I mentioned earlier turn into his little T-Rex arms, and that secret chest plate from his back turns into the dragon's chest. The underneath of his neck is painted a nice golden color to match all the golden color to match all the other golden colors on the dragon. Those shins, the lovely shins, turn into whatever you call this on a dragon or dinosaur. The detailing on his upper neck is amazing. I haven't already mentioned it already before. And his facial work on the dragon's head. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with me? He has nice ones as well. Would recommend 10 out of 10. His mouth can also open. Looking further down, we'll commence the penis check. Gosh, that's a big schlong. All jokes aside, Megatron's ponytail tail turns into an actual tail, which belongs to the dragon mode. I will say, after shoving it up my ass, I mean playing with it for quite some time, it has loosened the ball joints and made him less erect. Turning him around again, we'll see some things different about his back. There's only one thing different, to be honest. Where the chest plate was in the robot mode, there are now some, I guess I'd call them spine detailing to fill in those areas. This is actually detailing for where Megatron's head was, hence why you can only see these swingy things here. The wings in this mode are where they shine the most. Spreading those wings out and opening the mouth, posing them in numerous stances and making him fight Blue Streak makes for some great photo material. Honestly, I need to get Louis around to pose all my Transformers in some kind of fight. Transmetal 2 Megatron comes with a nice fireball blasting effect, which is made out of a transparent orange plastic. It's completely solid and can be used as a butt plug. Ooh. Ah! This lovely accessory can fit in the dragon's This lovely accessory can fit in the dragon head's mouth to act as an action prop. It can also be placed in the robot mode's hand to act badly as a club. It doesn't look that great. My humorously favourite thing to do with this prop is to make the dragon mode hold it like it's some kind of sword holder or something. Anyway, I believe that's all I have to say about this figure. It's by far one of the best figures I own out of my full collection, and I'll definitely recommend picking one of these guys up when you get the chance. Bargain Max has them cheap in the UK. Also, please let me know how you liked this video. I know it's different from the rest. I'm kind of just hopping on the review train that people are doing nowadays, or at least people around me are doing. Anyway, bye bye. I will say that after shoving it up my ass, I mean playing it. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. What the fuck, Ian? He's giving birth. Oh no.